I'm Toby and this is Caitlin in Oakley, and together as a family we're the owners of Luxe Tours based in Te Anau, New Zealand. We started Luxe Tours in 2023 and had our first tour in February 2024. We moved into Te Anau by accident, and we actually had plans to go back to Invercargill and continue being firefighters, but in 2022 our 18-month-old son was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. In that time, the Te Anau community was just incredible, and so we decided we wanted to stay in Te Anau. It was pretty special to us that he got to see the start of Luxe Tours, and he was a big part of coming out on the road with us. And
he would love anything with water. Like, we went in one day and it was absolutely pouring down, and he just put his raincoat on and he didn't even care.
I guess what we'd see every day being in Te Anau, you could stand on the side of the main street and see dozens, if not 100 buses and vans just coming past every morning. We decided, well, let's take less people and show them more from Te Anau. I remember on day one having the van in our garage at our house. It was there for like the first 12 months. Yeah, it was very, very cool to see where it's got to now. We put a lot of focus on the guest experience, so it's always front of mind. So, like a great example, we've already taken out a row of seats that other companies would have in a standard Mercedes van that we operate. So people almost end up with about twice the legroom, and so they're able to stretch out and be really spacious. Our guides, our service that we provide is critically important to us. Our guides almost take it to heart if they get any sort of negative feedback. We spend more time at locations, so we just let people be, and we're not rushing from one place to the other. Really what we're trying to provide is a premium luxe experience for the everyday traveller. Our Te Anau to Milford Sound tour is really sort of our longest day tour to Milford Sound, so we're stopping at quite popular places like Eglinton Valley, Mirror Lakes, Monkey Creek, Knobs Flat, but then we put in some places that we've been to as a family and camped at, fished at, hiked from. Then we've introduced Queenstown to Milford Sound, and that's really just a longer day but very similar stops, just coming from Queenstown for those who can't get a rental car or don't want to come through to Te Anau. When I think about this new 2-day tour through Walter Peak and through to Milford Sound, I think it's really for the person who's wanting to just take their time a little bit more. So the first part of the journey is that you'd come across from Queenstown to Walter Peak on the TSS Earnslaw, a really incredible steamship that's one of the oldest in the world, and I think the oldest in the Southern Hemisphere. And then you get off at Walter Peak and you're greeted with this beautiful homestead and clean cut lawns, perfect gardens. Have a meal, a barbecue buffet there that they cook fresh. And then from there it's just heading up into the backcountry, and so we start climbing up out of Walter Peak Station.
This section of road from Walter Peak through to the Mavora turn off in Te Anau is my favourite piece of road in the whole world that I've ever seen.
Day 2 is going to be into the green lush rainforest, and so it's just such a big difference between the 2 days, which we think people will just love. My favourite moment is coming out of the Homer Tunnel and the vastness of the valley that you come into. No matter what sort of day I'm having, or Caitlin, or even what the day Luca was having, you just come out into that valley and it's just incredible.
If you haven't been there before, the first time is pretty amazing.
All 3 tours go on the same cruise boat, the Milford Haven, and our crews will focus on nature. So when they come across something that's interesting, waterfall, wildlife, they'll stop and take the time. They're not rushing on to the next stop, which we love. All up, Te Anau, Milford Sound, Fiordland. It's just such a special place to us, and we were very lucky as kids to be able to spend so much time in Fiordland National Park, and we're pretty privileged that our kids get to experience that as well.
And with Luxe Tours, we get to share it to the rest of the world too.
Yeah.